Dr. Souag, thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Let me start from asking you about the future cooperation with Kazakhstan. You visited Kazakhstan yourself quite recently, a couple of months ago, and prior to that it was also the state visit of the President of Kazakhstan to Qatar. It was also the official delegation who visited the premises, the headquarters of Al Jazeera. So we can see the ongoing nature of the visits on the high level between our countries, and I'm interested in how do you see the future potential for this cooperation between our countries, particularly maybe in the media industry.
You are welcome, and thank you very much for giving me the chance to be interviewed by you. It's true that we haven't started long time ago. The cooperation between Al Jazeera and Kazakhstan is kind of new, but it has been developing so quickly. It's becoming one of the most important cooperation, and Kazakhstan media institutions are becoming very important partners. During my visit to Kazakhstan, and then lately my meeting with the director of the TV, your TV, we have been working on how we can make it even better. Our team from the Al Jazeera Media Institute have been to Kazakhstan to train students and media, journalists, etc. And I believe that the training was very successful. From all the feedbacks that we got there, they said it was very successful, and the media people, the students, want more training from Al Jazeera, and we are willing to do it. And there are some other initiatives that the two sides are thinking about. It takes a little time in order to develop and make it more relevant to the needs of the media in Kazakhstan. That's one thing. Of course, Kazakhstan is a very important country. We know that. It's not only that it is a vast, big country, but also it has also a lot of fortune, a rich country. And I believe with the determination of the authorities there, the institutions, to develop the country in many different ways, developing the media is very necessary. No real development can be done without a real professional media, because the media is the one that works kind of a mediator between the government and the institutions and the people. And that communication between the two parts is one big task of the media. Mm-hmm. So I believe that the cooperation is going to grow stronger, and hopefully would meet the needs in Kazakhstan of the media, and we are willing to go as far as we can and as far as the needs are there, and the authorities in Kazakhstan are interested in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. Our cooperation is new, but I think it's promising, taking into account the regular nature of the meetings, and not only between the media organizations, but also between the leaders of countries, right? Yeah. And with this knowledge sharing experience, I think it's very important. The interest of Al Jazeera to be present for media industry's development of Kazakhstan. So what kind of future developments we can await from this studying cooperation?
Well, for me, I work for Al Jazeera, and I focus on Al Jazeera, that is on media issues. So my interests are about the media landscape in Kazakhstan and how we can help that media to develop. any kind of political or economic or relations between the two countries is the issue that the government take care of, not us in Al Jazeera. From my point of view, I believe that there is a great eagerness actually from the side of Kazakhstan to develop its media environment there, to develop the work on television, radio, whatever, social media, etc. And Al Jazeera has a great experience in this respect on all these things and more, and willing to share it with our friends in Kazakhstan. So it's up to them to decide what they need and to discuss it with our Media Institute, that has great relations with the people there in Kazakhstan. And they are, again, even the latest meeting with your director was very fruitful, because we talked about the possibilities of developing this partnership. And Mrs. Rushan seems to be very interested in all types of development. But it's not only with the TV and radio of the president that we are talking about. There are colleges, universities, with the media students that are interested, and we will be very happy to go there and help them as well.
Oh, that would be very, very great opportunities for all of the students who are willing to make journalism as their profession.
And that also help us learn about, not only about the needs there, but things that maybe we haven't thought of. Mm-hmm. So we are kind of in a world of knowledge sharing that is very, very important for everybody. We don't go there as teachers, we go there as knowledge seekers who are willing to give what we have and also eager to get what we can get from
So it will work both sides.
Yes.
Exactly. And let me ask you maybe my last question about your thoughts on general about the future, not only future, but the current and future of journalism. For example, let me give you one example here. We visited the Doha Forum that is taking place here in Qatar, and during the opening ceremony, it was the reward of 9 outstanding journalists who is carrying their duties in unprecedented environments, in putting themselves on a very big risk, right, covering the conflict zones. And 2 of them were from Al Jazeera network. Yes. We interviewed Wael Al-Dahdouh. He's a great man. Yes. He's a hero of his time. And when he shared his story, we were overwhelmed by his, courage and devotion to the profession. And we asked him about what his thoughts on why is it important to carry these duties, to keep going with doing a good journalism. And I want to ask you the same. What is for you the role of journalism now in these very challenging and dangerous times we're living in today?
Well, first of all, our journalists, and of course Wael is one of the shining stars of Al Jazeera now. Our journalists are all great journalists. We chose the best. And they have proven themselves to be professional, to be courageous, and to be willing to go as far as it needs in order to bring the truth. Because bringing the truth is the core of our profession. The problem with journalism is not that journalism is going to be here or not to be here in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. It's going to be here for many, many years to come in different forms. Television or social media or print media, online, whatever. It's going to be here. Question is the quality of journalism. There are so many media institutions, unfortunately, that are destroying journalism. And that's why, for example, now when you go to the West, America, France, Britain, Germany, etc., They tell you how people have lost faith in journalism because of all the lies or all the fake news or all the propaganda, etc. We need to make sure that journalism stay on the right path. That is being professional. You don't use your own whims and whatever desires to color the truth. You give the truth as is to the people. Mm-hmm. And if you want opinions, you can bring analysts, experts. Not you as a journalist. You don't bring the opinions. You just bring the full picture to the people. The people are intelligent enough to understand and to appreciate your work. That's the reason why Al Jazeera has such a credibility among people all over the world.
Yes, that's true.
The reason is that we don't have an agenda. We don't have a political agenda or ideological agenda. We have a professional agenda. That is to make sure that what we bring to the people is what's happening. Not more, not less. Mm-hmm. Okay? And if any of our journalists has his own ideas, his own, let's say, political affiliation or something, that's his business. We don't prevent people from having that. But with one condition, he doesn't show that in his work. Mm-hmm. His work has to be 100%
to report
professional.
On, yes.
Reporting.
Yes.
And of course, Wael al-Dahdouh is, the courage that Wael showed and the dedication, it's amazing. It's amazing, really, more than anybody can imagine, And the same thing with our other colleague, Juhadar, who is still our reporter in Lebanon. She was injured, and she also showed that time and this time and all the time a lot of courage. But also there are other people who are other journalists, other people working for the media in Gaza, for example, and now in Syria, where this environment is quite difficult, but they are working there and doing their best under all the threats for their lives. But they are there. They didn't say, we are going to run away, we don't want to be. Mm-hmm. And that's by themselves. They want to be there. Al Jazeera never push anybody to go to a war zone or dangerous zone, just like that. And they always have the right to choose. And they are well trained, because Al Jazeera provides a lot of training for its journalists on how to work in
zones,
tense environment, war environment, etc., and that helped them. But still, wars are very dangerous. We want wars to go away.
Yes, that's a very important message, and thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today. Taking it all into account, maybe the last message from you we wanted to hear. How do you see the future brand, the future of the brand of Al Jazeera Network in these unprecedented times? With we have conflict zones. We also have the AI and the rise of all that technologies, which also poses some challenges to the future development. So how do you see the integrity of the brand?
Well, the brand, I think, is going even to be stronger, because we are working on many products and many tools, including AI, working very seriously. We got a very great team. We are still recruiting people who are experts in AI, and they are working. Actually, I just came from a meeting about AI, and I believe some of the things that they are doing are just new completely. They make things much easier, much faster, much more accurate for all our media content. So I'm very optimistic, and I think that Al Jazeera is going to be even better and better and better, and its image is going to be stronger and stronger and stronger.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this interview.
Thank you very much. Thank you.